at the framing. Look how mentally unhinged it is. Like, their understanding of the world is completely disconnected from reality. It's not that they give Robert Downey Jr. a role out of charity. It's that they need this guy in order to sell the movie. It is more likely that they will put butts in seats if they get this guy to play. There have been a lot of women that got moist watching Iron Man. So if they get to see Robert Downey Jr. in another movie, it's more likely that they will drag their boyfriends to see this crap. That is the actual marketing. But no, they're framing it as if they're doing a favor to Iron Deficiency Man, which is very bizarre. And the second thing is, like, they even have a word for it. These racist assholes even have a word for it. It's whitewashing, right? Caucasian washing. Okay, so in 2024, when my bad. Oh, jeez. Everything, literally everything made in America, okay? Like, unless it's made in China, unless it's made in India, if it's made in America or Britain, they have to race swap. It is required. They get off on it. I genuinely think that it's a fetish for them now. Like, what they do is they make Black Ariel, and then they log on Twitter, and they look at the people they upset, and that's how they get their knickers off. That is genuinely the satisfaction that they get. These people can't help themselves. Like, you understand this? They will eventually make a movie about Donald Trump's assassination attempt, and they will cast a black guy instead of Donald Trump. They can't help it. They have to do it. It's a mental illness. I don't know how else to explain it. If you can figure out a way to explain it to me, why they do it, and don't give me, it's like, oh, BlackRock gives the money. Well, someone at BlackRock is probably masturbating over this, because every single movie, every single video game, every single thing that is a remake must have, like, it's not like must, okay? It is an imperative that something gets race swapped. And for the last couple of months, I was asking, like, what would happen if it was in reverse? Like, can you imagine? Well, we don't have to imagine. They're getting mentally unhinged over this. Like, look at this. You have this gentleman right here, which is saying, one ex-user wrote, "This is straight type whitewashing." Like, this is absolutely disgusting. Fuck Marvel. Look how, what the potty mouth they have. Like, all the filth that is coming from their mouth. It's like they went into the Olympics and swam in CN, and now they're regurgitating the water. Look, like, I knew they would whitewash him. Marvel doesn't give a fuck about Romani representation. To be fair, Marvel should be actually held to standard, because they're the ones where, like, representation matters, right? Like, all Romani, according to them, look the same, to the point that if you cast a Romani, the rest of them go to the cinema and they're like, oh my god, it looks just like me. Oh, I see myself in a mirror. Oh, my hairstyle isn't right, because, like, look at the man on the screen. He's just like me, but, like, the hair isn't that. No one gives a shit about representation. Absolutely. I grew up with Chinese movies. In fact, I am willing to say that I would rather see movies from South Korea now than to watch the American garbage. I don't think that even if they were to cast only Romanians, if it's an American production, it's probably shit. This is the dark age of Hollywood. I don't know how else to describe it, but if you don't believe me, tell me which movie that came out in the last 2 years would you think that you would enjoy watching with your son 20 years from now? I would say that even movies that came out in the last 5 years are not movies that I would see myself 20 years from now watching with my kid. I can see myself watching Lord of the Rings. I can see myself watching even Titanic, Forrest Gump. I can see myself watching a lot of movies, but nothing that came out within the last 10 years. And it's because the priorities are fucked up. Who gives a shit about representation? Cast someone that looks the part. If the person looks the part, then cast them. If they don't look the part, don't cast them. It's not rocket science. Like, they've been doing it for hundreds of years. Even before Hollywood, they've been doing it in the theaters. Cast someone that looks the part. Is it that difficult? I swear, I'm going to say something that's controversial. might piss off a lot of people because it's true, right? Like when you say something true, it pisses off people. Ever since Harvey Weinstein went to prison, they couldn't fucking replace the man. They couldn't replace the man. They couldn't find someone as competent at the job as Harvey Weinstein, minus the criminal record. Because that's all we would ask, right? Like, find someone that's not a criminal, find someone that's not a sex pest, but is able to cast people in roles like Harvey Weinstein. Like, ever since he went arrested, like, I haven't seen a superstar in Hollywood. I haven't seen a woman with big fat tits and a nice ass that would bring butts in seats. That would get, you know, like a Megan Fox or something like that. A Jennifer Lopez. A Jennifer Lawrence. Or something like that. I haven't seen them capable. Like, they do not know how to cast actors. And the people on Twitter, working hand in hand with the media, like, this is what I like. When you have people getting upset about Black Ariel and about all the other race swappings and, you know, Black Cleopatra and Black Yasuke and all the other shit that's happening, right? You got people upset. The media doesn't treat them with the level of respect. It's like, oh, it's unhinged people on Twitter, a couple of Westerners pretending to be Japanese, blah, blah, blah. That's what the media is reporting. But when it's literally two accounts that are using this word whitewashing, again, in 2024, like if you use this, you should be incapable of leaving your house without having at least 5 people pointing and laughing at you. Like, you need an army of people just having a laugh track whenever you just leave your house, you know? But the media is treating them like they're prestigious members of our society, like they're the doctors and the engineers. And by the way, you know, I would say this about Dr. Doom. The actor is too old to play Dr. Doom. I'm sorry, but how old is Mr. Robert Downey Jr.? Like, when I see the comics, Dr. Doom is buffed, he's ripped. And this guy, no, he doesn't look like Dr. Doom. Now the thing is, I know why they're casting him. Again, it's the brand, is the name, right? But this is another problem. They don't have actors anymore. Like, when I grew up, I knew so many actors, right? I grew up with the action heroes, with the Arnold Schwarzeneggers, the Sylvester Stallones, the Bruce Lees, and the Jackie Chans, and all the other action heroes. And there were so many, and like, you would see a movie coming out, and it's got Bruce Lee. Like, you go see that movie, even like if you didn't care about the plot, because Bruce Lee is in it, right? Now, they only have like the Marvel guys, and that's pretty much it, right? Maybe they have like a Keanu Reeves, and everyone else is just becoming old. They're Bidenizing. All the actors are Bidenizing, and there's no one else that's coming back. And you have like all these right-wingers freaking out when they see Gargura at the baseball stadium, and when I ask them, well, who else would you like to see? They don't fucking know, because there's nobody. There's fucking nobody. Like all the actors are Bidenized. There's no one else coming from behind. And part of the reason is that they're so antagonistic. There's such cheeky little shits on Twitter antagonizing the fans. And I also think it's the culture that's required to be an actor in Hollywood, right? Because we saw, you got the Gina Carano. Oh, she's too strong, too independent of a woman. We can't have her. So they don't like that, but instead they like Rachel Ziegler from Snow White. That actually says she hates Snow White, and she hates the misogynismus in the fairy tales, and she doesn't like people that like those fairy tales. So like, okay, how many people like Rachel Ziegler do you have that are so antagonistic towards the fans? And the answer is not that many. So that's why they have to keep the current guard that plays ball, because they're afraid of hiring new people. Because the new people are going to start talking like Gina Carano. Like, most new people aren't mentally ill. Like, they're actually understanding that this is a business, and they have to please the fans in order to sell tickets. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.